Hello, welcome to our podcast, The Mystic Sisters. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the spring equinox, and we're going to be talking about the eclipse season as well. Kelly's going to talk to us now about the eclipses that are happening soon.
Yeah, the energy is so intense right now because literally it's eclipse season, pretty much, because today's the 21st of March, so we'll have our first eclipse this Monday, the 25th of March, which is not only the eclipse, it's a full moon, and it's in the sign of Libra, which is my moon sign, so I'm not really looking forward to it because I'm one of the targets that it's going to affect, and Sarah.
Yeah.
So it's not fun, but the bigger meaning, though, of this full moon, it's got me all in my feelings, like my throat. I think I'm working through stuff. I think it's highlighting things, I guess. It's like this Monday kicks off the eclipse season. So the first one's Monday. There'll be another one April 8th, but the one Monday's pretty heavy. Me and Sarah, we were talking about it before the podcast, that this one on Monday is actually highlighting the one from this past October 2023 is when we had the last eclipse. So that one was called the Ring of Fire, and that one brought up, basically it was like the sun and the moon were opposites. It kept talking about how your heart was battling your ego and the pride was getting in the way. So whatever issues you had this past October 2023, you're here to wrap it up and to heal it. This one's all about healing. So it's like heart healing things, ending old toxic cycles, healing things is the major thing for this one on Monday. But whatever issues you had back in October, those are all going to come up. They're all going to come back. And it's a time of this one's more for healing. That's what I'm getting from it. I'm not getting too much yet on the one of April, like how that one's going to be. I don't feel that one's going to be as heavy. This one's going to hit us pretty hard because it's the full moon and it's the eclipse, and we just had spring equinox. So we're like, I just feel like Spirit's just kicking our ass right now. And basically.
Yeah, it's like this is a season of new beginnings, and we've got these powerful energies to help us make the most of this time of year. So there's going to be releasing the past, and also a focus on taking action and new beginnings. Yeah,
and it's like fiery season right now, right? Isn't it Leo season? Yeah. It's just
Aries. Yeah, it's just going into Aries season now. So yeah. And then we've got the Aries eclipse this month as well. So there's lots of fiery energy things happening very quickly.
That'll be the one in April. But that one I feel will be better. I feel like this is going to be the one to really set things off with a bang.
Yeah.
The one on Monday,
Yeah, that one's the lunar eclipse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the lunar eclipse will it could be a very emotional time because the moon is linked to our emotions, our intuition. So I think that'll be a powerful time for healing.
Yeah.
And then when we go into the solar eclipse, the one on the 8th of April, the solar eclipse, there's going to be a lot of action. So it's going to be very opposite signs. One of them is going to be about healing, and then the other eclipse is going to be about taking action and seeing things coming together quickly.
That is so crazy because April 8th, you said it perfect though, about taking action, putting new things forward, so basically it's like cleanup time right now. From the time of the equinox, the spring equinox, basically what you're supposed to do. From what I was reading, I was guided to all these weird rabbit holes I've been going down lately with the equinox, that you're supposed to really do a huge cleansing. That's why everyone says, that saying, spring cleaning, make sure you do your spring cleaning.
Yeah.
the equinox really urges us to go through, do a thorough cleanse, like of everything in your whole place, and sage it really good. Like sage out all, like open your windows, air it all out, clean everything, and get rid of unwanted things, like whatever you don't want. And I've been doing that lately, you know, but going through your closets, whatever's unnecessary, whatever you don't need, and just inside your surroundings too, to make sure everything's really cleansed. And I need to do that myself, because like I'm feeling that stagnant energy right now that's still lingering, you know.
Yeah, it does help us with a spring clean is good for releasing, so we can repair for a new beginning. You do feel like an energetic change as well when you're moving things physically and getting rid of things. You also feel like there's an energetic change as well.
Exactly. You can feel it. You can like feel the energy shift, you know, when you do cleanse everything out and you do a good cleanse like that, you know.
Yeah, it does help you to feel a sense of release, and you.
Oh, releasing, like the letting go to make space for new things to come, right?
Yeah. It can help us with abundance, with attracting more abundance, because we're making space around us to attract more abundance. When you release what you no longer need, then you open up space for more abundance into your life.
Yeah, that's so true. And the energies now are just like, at least in my place, like I know I really need to do this cleaning, because it literally, I could feel the energy, like I'm feeling, and it's not even my feeling. Like I think I have, from working at home, and I get like a lot of calls like from working at home, you know, like my main job that I do, I'm working at home and I'm on the phone with some like different people. And I think those energies get in here. So I feel different energies in here. You know, I feel there's anger on one side of the room, or there's like these different mesh of things in here that I just need to really clean well. You know, so the spring cleaning, I think, would be good for that, to really get everything out and to start new, you know?
Yeah, the best way to manifest is to believe that we are worthy of receiving, know that we've got to be in the right mindset to know that we are worthy and we're ready to welcome something new into our lives. I've also got to create space as well for it to enter our lives, and also feel gratitude as well, to feel appreciative of what's coming into our lives.
Exactly. That's true. And that's why we got to get rid of these energies lingering around. Because I know for me that I probably haven't been in the best space for manifesting because of all this healing work. Like you helped me. You did the big kickoff for the healing work for me. Like you helped me heal a lot. Like with that past life, that was a big thing for me to do, you know, and that has kind of like helped me to heal in other areas too. So I feel that, you know, because we're in this time right now, we're able to heal. It's like healing energies going on. Like, remember how we were also saying we feel like Atlantis energies, like helping us heal?
Yeah.
And it's like we've got all these energies coming in. And in order to make sure that we can ground it down, the energies, we want to make sure everything is like cleansed and, you know, like you were mentioning, feng shui, and everything is in its place where the energies feel right, where it feels good. You know, don't mind me. I keep moving around. I'm on my beanbag chair because I had to get a retro look in this place, because I had to be, you know, my retro 60 vibe that I have going.
I like it.
It's just getting used to it, you know. It's different. And I have to get comfortable in it, you know. Huh?
Change up the energies.
Yeah. I just got to move it around a little bit in here, I think, just to change it up, you know.
Yeah, I've been thinking more about doing a spring clean as well. I've started getting rid of stuff, but yeah, it does make you feel better than that you're releasing things, and you feel like you've got more space, and you're open up energetically to open up to new energies come into your life then.
Yeah. And the portals, it's especially important around these portal times, like when we start the portal for spring, like the spring equinox and everything, you know, when that opens, it's like that's when you really want to make sure that you do it. Because even though I started spring cleaning, well, I moved into a new place too, so I threw out all the old, and I still, you know, I'll still go through things to like organize it in my new place, but I threw all my old stuff pretty much out. I only brought a couple things with me. So it's like I'm having like a new beginning, but I started like spring cleaning last weekend. Like with like washing a lot of things like blankets and things like that, like cleaning everything up. But now I just really got to get through with the sage, with really cleansing the space. Like with the sage, I was going to do aromatherapies too, because I have this thing where I really love blessing the place. So I like to do this thing where I'll mop the floor, and I like adding lavender oil to it. I do this little blessing because I'm like, I'm cleansing my space, and I'll just throw little drops of like lavender oil on the floor, and I just feel like it's a blessing. But as soon as I do it, the place smells so good, and it's uplifting. It kind of lifts my spirits whenever I do it. So I think I'm going to do that later because I haven't done it in a week, and I need to do it again, you know?
Yeah, sounds nice.
It is, and it smells so good. You know, and my grandmother always used white vinegar. Like she would basically wash the walls and everything with like vinegar, like the white vinegar. So I've been doing that. I've been going through to make like a natural thing, and I'll just wipe everything down with like white vinegar. And I just do like, I'll use white vinegar. I'll come through with that. Like after I really mop, I'll mop good first, and then I'll use some white vinegar and just wipe things down. And then I'll sprinkle it with like lavender oil.
It sounds nice, very calming.
Yeah, it'll help calm me down. And then I'll mix it with cinnamon to like help my energy, kind of like it gives me a little bit of a charge, you know.
Yeah.
I'll put that in my diffuser because cinnamon's good right now too. It'll help you like with protection. And for me, it helps me with these pains I have going on, you know, because I'm in pain a lot with my cysts that I have in me. And I feel whenever I either eat cinnamon or I smell it, it's just uplifting. But it's an excuse for me to eat cinnamon buns too. Not gonna lie, it's my excuse because I'm like, look, I keep telling Spirit, okay, so I haven't drank in like 9 years. I just literally got off my anxiety meds, yo. So I'm like a Mormon now. I don't do anything. And the doctor has me on this really gay diet, and it's like no acidic stuff. I can't have anything right now. So I'm just eating Cinnabons. I'm trying, but healthy. Because Sarah's giving me a look right now. You're like, that's not what Spirit meant. I can see it in your eyes. But I mean healthy, like everything else is good. You know, veggies. I had broccoli the other day, and then I finished it off with a slice of cheesecake.
You gotta treat yourself sometimes. You gotta treat yourself sometimes.
You got to, right?
Yeah. It's also a good time of year to start writing lists of goals that you want to achieve for the year ahead. It's the start of a new year in springtime, so it's a good time to start planning and to start new projects.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I'm getting like the Three of Cups vibe too for spring, like celebrations,
Yeah.
like, you know, like not in a, you know, not like a crazy party vibe, but like a celebrating vibe, like getting together, like little get-togethers every now and then, or, you know,
yeah,
like
celebrating the sunlight coming back and celebrating lighter nights, and people are not hibernating like they did in the winter. So it's a good time to you start to meet people again. You start going out more and looking for events and just getting out of your comfort zone more when during the spring. So in the winter, you just tend to keep to yourself more, hibernate. You may not feel like going out much.
My hardest thing is being an empath, and I don't know if you get like this sometimes, but I'm very sensitive to noise and lights. Like, I love the outside, you know, going outside, but I'm more sensitive than usual to lights. So literally I feel like a vampire because when I go out and if I see the sun, it kind of hurts my eyes. So I'm kind of like drawn away from the sun. Most people need it. They swear that the sun makes them happy, and it can, but for me, I'm okay either way. You know, I'm also fine in the dark, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, it hurts my eyes lately. Like, it's just so bright, you know?
It can be difficult getting used to it again. You've had the dark.
Maybe that's what it is, because I'm up here in the north, north country. It's like, surprise, it's sunny out again. The sun's back, you know? It's like that 70s song, surprise, surprise, surprise.
See, it can be very dark. I mean, in this country and where you live as well, it's been very dark during the winter. So
yeah,
it just feel weird when you suddenly got the sunlight coming out.
Right? It's like a shock to the system, man. I know why bears are so angry. It's like they're in this nice little hibernation. They're in their cave and they come out to the sun. It's like, and they growl, you know?
Yeah.
They get all crazy.
It must be weird for the animals that hibernate like hedgehogs, and they just they get to miss out all the rain and the darkness, but it's like nothing's happened. They come out,
Exactly.
they got the sunlight again.
Yeah, it's like, wait, they're like, hold on a minute, what happened?
Wait till the last few months ago.
And that's kind of a feeling I'm getting right now because everything's been speeding up just to get us to here, to this point, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel, you know, I mentioned the bear. I had a dream about a bear. My grandmother was in it, and she passed away, but she was showing me that was her spirit animal, and he was trying to help me, and I thought that was kind of cool. But the bear was a little aggressive. Like, he was kind of like, you know, wanting me to follow him, and if I didn't do everything his way, he'd like kind of growl. I was like, okay. They're cool though. Like, it's not like he tried to hurt me, but it was kind of cool, like watching it like get a little mad, you know?
He's like asserting his dominance.
Yeah. You notice how my little cat just came over when I said that? Are you agreeing with that? Is mommy supposed to be listening? Because even they're trying to tell me things, the cats. Did you notice that? Like the beginning?
Yeah.
How Klaus was involved for a while?
Yeah.
Did you hear it? It's not Klaus though.
It's Thomas.
I give this other one, he has hundreds of names. My kids named him Binks, but nothing ever stays because he's my little black kitty. So sometimes he's Black Kitty, Binks. Call him all kinds of things. I just gave him a middle name. It's Michael.
Oh.
After Archangel Michael. Because see how protective he is of me?
Oh, he's really sweet.
Aw, he's giving me a kiss. He's very protective right now. I think it's because these energies, and I've been going through it, so they kind of guard me more, you know?
Yeah.
But wasn't that funny? Isn't that weird? This cat, my black cat, never shows up on these. It's always Klaus. Klaus is the show. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. He seems maybe he's got something to say about this episode, particular episode, talking about spring and new beginnings. He's protecting you.
Oh God! I know what you're thinking.
Big energies around this month.
What'd you say?
A lot of big energies coming in now.
He's protecting his mommy.
Yeah, he knows there's going to be some big things happening.
Yeah, exactly. Especially thanks to this eclipse.
Yeah, he knows what's coming, so he's coming to protect you.
Yeah, he's coming before anything happens. He's like, I'm just trying to warn you, Mom.
Yeah.
It's too funny. It's funny their personalities because they're so different. It's like Klaus will kind of like protect you, but he's got a rougher exterior. But this other one, my black kitty, he has more of a loving, he's very loving and protective, you know?
Yeah, he's very sweet.
He is. He came up here just for a minute to give me a kiss, and then he's laying next to me. He's too funny. This morning he was doing like this baby blanket thing, like where he looks like he's tucking babies in, like with the little, you know how cats do that? And they just like...
Yeah, like they're they call it kneading.
Yeah. He was doing this little thing.
Oh, it's so sweet when they do that.
It is. It was so cute. It's relaxing, actually, when he does it. And he does it. It's funny because now that I have my pains in my stomach, he'll go right on my stomach and just start kneading.
Oh, because cats are healers.
That's right.
And they know where you need healing as well.
That makes sense.
Was he purring as well?
Yeah.
Because the purr is on the healing frequency. So that's why he was doing it.
So he was helping me this morning.
Yeah, so sweet.
That's so cute. That's so sweet. And then he's like a little guardian. He reminds me, you know what he looks like a lot? The way he sits so perfectly like the Sphinx in ancient Egypt. He looks like that cat.
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of, the little protector, because he'll just sometimes sit there just perfectly, just sitting there, just watching me.
Maybe he's with you in the past life in ancient Egypt.
I'm starting to think that. I really think he was, because he perks up with certain things, like with ancient Egypt and stuff. And for some reason, I looked at him once and I was like, Mau Mau. That's another nickname I call him. I call him Mau Mau. And I looked it up, and that's how ancient Egypt, that's what they would call cats. And that's how they would say meow. I think that's what they called them. I don't know. Something just made me look it up. And it's really a word that they used back then for cats. And I called him that. And I'm like, were you a cat back then too? He was helping me then too.
Oh, it's so sweet.
He is.
Thank you for listening to our podcast, Mystic Sisters. We'll be back soon with another episode.